Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to the Never EmTy Bottle cocktail vlog. I got a good one today for you. We're gonna make one of the most classic drinks ever. We're making old fashions, but not just one or two. We're doing three today. I'm gonna use three different types of alcohol for these old fashions. I'm gonna do a classic rye whiskey. I'm gonna do a bourbon, and we're gonna do a Scotch. And we're gonna sample them all, and we're gonna see which one tastes the best. To me, I'm already thinking the Scotch is probably going to taste the best, but we'll see when we get there. So first, I'm just going to show you how to make a classic old fashioned. So let's go ahead and let's get started. Unlike most of my videos where I use the shaker, I love my shaker, I'm not going to lie. But in this one, we're just going to do everything in the glass here. I'm going to do a traditional sugar cube. And then I just got some distilled water here. So we're going to go ahead and we're just going to go a little bit of water, a little bar spoon. We're gonna go a little more, just to kind of give it a little better. Then we're gonna go three, I suck at saying this, Angostura bitters. So your three splashes of bitters here, so 1, 2, 3. Hard splashes. You want hard splashes. Next thing we gotta do is we gotta muddle it up. So I still don't have a muddler, so I do the old double instrument here. So I got my muddler slash peeler, and we're just gonna muddle it up. All right, good. Okay. Now, every time you do a old fashioned, it needs a big old ice cube. In my opinion, I think most people would agree with that you do big old ice. So I got my big old block here, and I'm just gonna drop it in. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stir this up nice and clean here, just to kind of dilute it a little more. Okay. Now that's good, and I'll stir it again here in a second. So now we're going with I'm going with rye whiskey. To me, you can go with blended, you can go with rye. Rye, it's gonna have a little bit more of that bite. It's gonna be a little bit peppery almost, so we're gonna go 2.5 ounces. Oh, that looks good. It's 1.5 ounces. And 2.5. So it's quite a bit. So it's gonna be pretty strong. So let's go ahead and give it another good stir here. That should be good. Looks nice and mixed up. All right, so let's go ahead. Always do it with an orange peel too. Always garnish with an orange peel. It makes it just that much better, because what we're gonna do is, if I can get it good. I'm working on my peeling abilities here. I had my wife, she told me how I'm peeling it like an idiot every time, so I laughed and I was like, okay, how's the proper way to peel it? So I'm getting better, but you're gonna rub that peel around the rim of the glass there, and then we're just gonna twist it, release some of those oils, nice and good there, and then I'm just gonna kind of twist it and drop it in like that. Whoa, looks good already. And lastly, you don't have to, but I like to garnish also with a maraschino cherry. Bloop is the sound it makes. All right, so there we have our rye whiskey. So let's go ahead and give it a shot here. Yeah, that's an old fashioned for sure. That's pretty good. Like I said, yeah, a little bit peppery. It's got spicy with the rye whiskey. It just gives a little bit more bite. Yeah, I'm curious to see how the other two are going to turn out. Like I said, same process basically I'm going to do for the other two. I'm going to do a bourbon and a Scotch as well, but it's the exact same process. So instead of making you guys watch me do that over and over again, I'm just going to make them off screen here, and we'll just compare all three of them, and I'll tell you which one that I think tastes the best. Okay, so I have finished my 3 old fashions here, and I just want to talk about them just a little bit. So we have our rye, which I've already shown you guys. classic rye whiskey, our bourbon here, and I went with the McKenna Sour Mash bourbon, and then lastly, I went with our Scotch. So Scotch, 18-year-old Glenlivet. I want to thank Steve Hankmeyer, best real estate agent in the Midwest. Gave me this as a wedding present. It is amazing on its own, so I'm pretty excited to have it in the old fashioned. But okay, so let's go ahead, and they're lined up in the order that the alcohol is lined up. Okay, so let's go ahead, we've already had our rye, let's go ahead and try our sour mash here. So sour mash bourbon, a little bit different than most other bourbons. It's the mash is left over from other batches, so hence why it's sour. Gives you a little bit sweeter of a taste, so that's kind of what I'm expecting here. Yeah, definitely sweeter. So this one, not as hard of a bite. I actually really like this. This is really good. Not that I didn't like this one, but when you bury your nose into that orange peel, just the smell you get, the aroma of it is so freaking sexy. Oh, that's good. Okay. Lastly, we have our, like I said, we have our 18-year-old Glenlivet. So 18 year, that's a good Scotch. It's gonna get very woody flavors, I assume. I like kind of the oaky, the wood flavors in most of my drinks. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you can definitely, yeah. You can taste really as it's going down, you can taste the finish. It's a very strong finish. It's really good. Oh, that's a tough one, but I think if I had to rank these, I'd go Scotch, sour mash, bourbon, rye whiskey here. So this is gonna be my first, this is gonna be my second, my third. So my first, my second, my third, perfectly in order. I didn't even do that on purpose. I swear to God, I had no idea. I've never done a taste test like this before, so probably should have cleansed my palate a little more, maybe. I don't know. I don't care. This is my taste test. I'll do what I want. Let me know any other versions. You can do so many styles with an old fashioned, people. There are just thousands of recipes on an old fashioned. So let me know if there's a style you guys prefer, a style you guys like. Instead of the sugar cube, do you do the simple syrup? I don't know. But go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button if you guys want to see more videos. I got a lot of October ones coming up now that the holiday seasons are coming. I am so excited. We're going to get into some crazy cocktails here coming up. So I'll see you guys next time.